Hi, my name is Chris Scott. I run a production company called Elephant Scout Films, and this is my first vlog. Today we're talking about breakups and branding. So back in October of 2017, I went through a tough breakup in my filmmaking life.
I think they're excellent finger paintings. Please, don't go.
I am not spending the rest of my life with a loser. I'm gone.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
October marked the year anniversary of when I screened my first feature film, Edamame, A Love Story. And I had it stuck in my head that once you make a feature, all the doors of opportunity would magically open. I made a film, had a screening with a pretty decent crowd that had a positive response to the film, and nothing happened. I kept making excuses and blaming others for what I thought should have happened. I let that Debbie Downer inner voice get to me, but it was all my fault. It was all me. I was trying to emulate someone else's path to success, and it didn't work. So I broke up with that idea that I've had for my entire filmmaking career and decided I needed to make my own path.
Sweetheart, be reasonable. After all, we're married.
Consider that a divorce.
In the middle of this breakup, I went to a conference for entrepreneurs, and during one of the talks, some guy was talking about pitching his startup to an investor, and something he said stuck with me. He said something to the effect of, investors don't want to be sold on one product. They want to be sold on how your company will change the world. And I took that as, how is your product scalable? How is your company scalable? How are you more than just one product? I can get an investor to like me as a person, but I need their money to like my production company. And my production company needs to be more than one project, more than one movie. Why am I focusing on one film at a time when I can focus on my company as a whole with all the productions I want to do? Sky is the limit type of thing. It was a very eye-opening moment.
Jesus. Concentrate! This is no time for prayer.
And from the ashes, the phoenix rises. I had a new idea and it was time for a rebound. But first, I had to do some soul searching. I had to find some meaning, some purpose. I had to find my why, which I did through 2 phases of some basic branding. Phase 1, who am I? I had to figure out who I am as a filmmaker, where my love of filmmaking originated from, my favorite types of movies, what types of movies I wanted to make myself. I inherited my love of movies from my grandmother. She always took me to the movies growing up, all the time, 2-3 movies at a time. And my favorite type of movie? Old action movies, late 80s, early 90s action movies. Movies where the underdog takes down the whole army. Movies where the hero knows what is the right thing to do and will do whatever it takes to save his family.
You can't kill me, Matrix. You need me to find your daughter.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Matrix. You did.
I lied.
And these are the themes I want to tackle in my filmmaking adventures, which leads us to phase 2. What types of movies do I want to make? I've decided that I want to make these types of movies, movies about the little guy overcoming great obstacles, the underdog movie. And there's one thing in common about the movies I watched as a kid growing up, and that's the hero was always a white dude. And I would like to tell these stories where the hero is a little more ethnic.
I need a job! All I know what to do is killing people! And I do that very well! God damn it!
I believe that visibility and inclusion of minorities in a positive role, the role of the hero, is an important point of view that needs to be out in the world more. And that's why I want to make these types of stories. So now that I have that all figured out, I made a game plan and began to get the ball rolling.
You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
First, I need to build an audience. I plan on doing this by creating content to share on a consistent basis and interact with an audience in real life and on social media, and to find people interested in the same things that I am and people that are interested in what I'm trying to do.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Second, I need to create more films that I want to see, films to share with my audience, films that align with my brand. With all these new elements in place, that's when I'll dive into a second feature film. And with that, finding my own story and defining my own brand has really helped clarify which direction I want to take my filmmaking career. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.